Hi, this is Becky with Icing on Top Becky's Cakes, and today I'm going to show you how to do these real fun fault line cakes. They're really simple, and what we're going to do is first I'm going to have you start with a white frosted cake. Just frost a white cake. I did mine about 3 layers high so that I would have enough room. And I'm gonna put candied strawberries in mine, and you can put anything. You can put sprinkles, you can put candy, preferably something that you can flatten out a little bit. So nothing too terribly bulky unless you get really creative, but we're gonna go ahead and do these candied strawberries. And the reason I'm not using fresh fruit is because the candied strawberries are a little bit gummy and stuff, so they're yummy candy, but they're not going to be seeping moisture into your buttercream. And so fresh fruit will tend to do that. So that's why I decided to use candied strawberries. And if you decide to do the same thing I did and use candied strawberries, I already have that recipe on my channel, so just look up the candied strawberries one. Super easy, and I love using them for all kinds of things. Sometimes I even put them on cupcakes. But there they are. I layered it several layers, and I'm going to use my quick Icer Tip. And with the quick Icer, at the bottom, I'm going to go around the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and give myself the first coat of buttercream. And you don't want this to be completely straight because it's a fault line, so the fun part of the fault line is it can be a little wavy here or there, nothing too terribly consistent, you know. That way you can go in when we paint the gold on later to accent the differences, you know. So try to give it a little wave here and there as you're piping, so don't actually try to get straight for a change. So that's a new one. So after I get the first couple coats of the fresh buttercream on there, I am going to see anywhere that more strawberries are poking through that I don't want them to be, and just add a little more buttercream here and there. And then I'm going to grab my bench scraper and I'm going to smooth that out a bit, and then I'm going to add one more layer depending on where I need it to be thicker. So I'm going to be careful as I smooth it with my bench scraper because I want to make sure I'm not getting the buttercream in the middle of my fault line because that'll defeat the purpose. So you're not going to have it straight on like you normally would when you're scraping because it's a little bulky in the middle and you don't want to accidentally scrape off some of your fault line or get buttercream in this fault line. So try to use a light hand when you smooth this out. And then we'll go back in and make that fault line just a little bit more bulky in certain areas with a little more buttercream so that certain pieces of strawberry aren't poking out. So I added some buttercream actually just to another pastry bag just to get a little spot here, a little spot there, and then make it a little thicker. And then I'm going to smooth that one more time. If you're wondering what kind of buttercream I'm using this time, this is amazing. I'm using Italian meringue buttercream. It is so scrumptious and silky smooth. I absolutely love Italian meringue buttercream. And I'll be posting that tutorial for the Italian meringue buttercream. So if you don't see it yet, it's because I'm still working on it. I'm going to be posting it soon. But I love this buttercream. But you can do a fault line cake with any buttercream. But today's buttercream was Italian meringue. It's made such a yummy cake because I put strawberry filling in this cake, and it really gives it like a strawberry shortcake kind of feel, but not quite because it's a white cake, not angel food, but so yummy. I love this cake. So then we're just gonna go ahead and smooth that out before we start doing our gold highlights. Then we're just gonna go pop that in the fridge for 15 minutes and we'll be adding our gold highlights. Now I use this dust, it's called Sterling Pearl. I absolutely love the Sugar Arts Sterling Pearl line because they just have such great dust. This is the wedding gold, and all of the dust that the Sugar Arts store has here, they're 100% edible. So that's what you want to look for when you're trying to shop for that, because yeah, you totally want to make sure it's 100% edible before putting it on a cake. Now, as you see, what I poured right there was a little bit of vodka. It's just a little bit of alcohol to make it into something that you can paint with. Now you can do water. The reason I'm using vodka is because that alcohol is going to evaporate and it'll be done really quick, whereas the water is going to take a little more time to dry. And no worries, if you do use vodka, the alcohol evaporates, if that was a concern for you. It evaporates, you don't taste it, so this is basically tasteless when it's all dry. So I'm just mixing it really good to a paste, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint that cake once it's nice and chilled. And I'm gonna paint the fault line, bottom and top of it, and then the very top of the cake. So I'm gonna get my little paintbrush, and I'm gonna make just kind of lightly brush it through here, and then we're gonna accent any of the little dips, and then also try to bring out those little crevices a little more, make it look like a few more little cracks. Just really have fun with this. This is a really fun cake. So I enjoyed just adding these little accents as I went along here. And I did want to make a little final touch. I was going to add just a little bit of gold leaf. You can get edible gold leaf. I bought mine on Amazon. And I'm just going to use a paintbrush to apply it. It comes off really easily onto your paintbrush. So I really just touched it and some of it came off. And then you just touch it on the cake where you want to go and it sticks. Because this will stick to your hands, so don't use your hands. Otherwise you'll get it on your finger and you'll waste your gold leaf. So I just put on my paintbrush and apply it like that, and it gave some really fun, cool little accents on there. So there is our super fun fault line cake. Thank you so much for joining me today, and please subscribe to my channel and not miss out on any other cool cake decorating tutorials.